Hello, welcome to AnAuraChicBeauty channel. So this is my first hair tutorial video, and I've been wanting to do this video for a while now, just to branch out and do other beauty topics besides makeup. And just like how I do my makeup, I style my hair lying down, and so trying to figure out how to film this was a little bit challenging, but I'm gonna give it a try, and hopefully you guys like it. And all the steps that I do and the way I do it would be the same if you're standing up or sitting up, but because of my disability it's just easier to do this lying down, so it might be kind of funny to watch, but the steps are all the same, and hopefully you'll give it a try. Now, I never went to school to learn about hair. Basically, it was just self-taught and just, learning from books, magazines, and asking my stylist some tips and tricks, and just experimenting with my own hair. So, hopefully, things I'll share with you, you'll find some new tips and tricks and just find it useful. With this hair technique I'm doing, it requires no heat, which is great. It doesn't harm your hair in any way, and it's really easy. You'll just need a few products. Your hair needs to be a little bit damp, and you also need these pillow curlers, which I'll be explaining in a minute. And the length of hair that you need is at least shoulder length or longer, but basically just long enough that you can curl your hair. And if you have straight, curly, wavy, doesn't matter what hair type, but this technique that I'm doing is really great if you have trouble having your curls stay for a long time. My hair is kind of pretty much straight, but it has a natural wave, but it doesn't hold styles very long, so I'm always trying to find tips and tricks to keep the style wearing longer. And so with this pillow curlers technique that I'm doing, is something I've done for a really long time. It's actually when I first started to get into hair, and I always wanted to have curly or wavy hair, but I didn't have a curling iron, and I still don't have a curling iron, but I also didn't have straining iron or hot rollers or things like that. And so these are one of the first tools that I purchased, and I bought this at Long's, or you can also buy it, I'm sure, at any other drugstore or a beauty supply store. I don't know if there's anywhere online that you can buy these, so if you know a website or something, please let me know. Inside it comes with about, I say 25 to maybe almost 30, enough for your whole head. And so pillow curlers look like this when you take them out, and basically what they're made of is inside there's a sponge, which is where this is the section that you wrap your hair around, and then there's a wire through the sponge which you fold at the ends and twist it to hold the curler, and then these two pieces of cloth that are sewn together to cover the wire and sponge. And you could probably make this on your own if you want to, if you're into that DIY thing, but also if you aren't able to find these and purchase these, you could also do rag curls, which is similar to the pillow curlers. Basically you would need old rags or t-shirts that we will cut into strips, maybe about 6 inches long and maybe 2 to 3 inches wide, and you do the same thing. You just wrap your hair around it and curl it, but instead of twisting it to secure it, you would probably tie it in a knot. I never personally did the rag curls technique, but I've seen some, I think, tutorials on YouTube, and I've seen some pictures on the internet and things. So it's pretty much the same thing. It's just, and it's a really inexpensive way to curl your hair. Now, when I did this style, I actually did it yesterday after I showered when my hair was damp, but I wasn't able to film it. So I'll be still showing you all the steps that I do to achieve this curls and all the products that I've used. And I don't know if it's difficult to see what the curls look like because I'm lying down, so I'll definitely show some pictures on this video and on my blog as well. And so that's it. So let's get started on this tutorial. So I always prep my hair with products so that it's easier to style, and it just keeps the hairstyle lasting a lot longer. And so before I apply any product, I towel dry my hair so that I remove all the excess water on my hair. Just squeeze it out with a towel. You don't have to rub it because that will cause a lot of frizz and tangles. And then once I blot out any of the excess water, I comb it through with a wide tooth comb to get out all the tangles. So the first product that I use is a curl holding or enhancing product. You can find that in a gel, mousse, cream, depending on the type of hair that you have. I personally like gel because it really holds and but it doesn't feel crunchy or doesn't feel stiff in any way. So the one I'm using right now is by TRESemme. It's the Bouncy Curls Extra Hold Defining Gel. And I personally love TRESemme products. I've been using them for a while now, and majority of the products that I've used I really like, and they smell really great, and they're inexpensive. You can find it anywhere, any drugstore, beauty supply store, and I'm not endorsing the brand in any way, but I just wanted to share that I really like their products. Now the amount of product that you need depends on the length of hair that you have and the type of hair that you have, but you always want to start out with a small amount because the last thing you want to do is apply too much and the product ends up weighing down your hair instead of holding it. And so this is the amount of product that I use on each half of my hair. I usually like to split my hair in the middle and then apply on each side just so that's easier and it's just evenly distributed. And so depending, you can use more or less. So I move the product off my hand because I'm not going to put it in my hair. I just wanted to show you the amount that I use. And so once you have the product in your hand, what I do is I rub the product between my hands like this, just so that my hands are evenly coated and it activates the product. And once I do that, I just kind of rake it through my hair, starting from the middle of the hair and all the way down to the ends. You don't want to start at the very top because that will apply too much product on the roots and kind of weigh down your hair. So you want to start from the middle and just gently comb it through. Once the product is in my hair, I take my wide tooth comb again and comb it through so that the product is evenly distributed. Now I always section my hair when I'm styling because it just helps to know exactly where I need to style my hair, and so that I don't miss any places, and it just looks a lot more nicer and a lot more professional looking. And so the way that I section my hair is the top, the front sides, and then the back. And so you can use a rat tail comb, a fine tooth comb, or I actually just use my fingers. It's just, I don't know, for me that's the easiest. And so the first section that you want to part is the top, and I actually use my bangs as a guide. If you don't have bangs, you can just use I guess the width of your forehead. It's just this top area right here, kind of where like if you were to have a mohawk or something. And so you just want to part it all the way back, and then I stop kind of like right back here, kind of where the crown of your head is. And so you have this like big piece of like rectangular section, so you want to clip that up. Then the next section that I do is the front of the sides, and from there it starts from the back of the ear, and I just comb it or part it all the way up. And so again, you'll have this big chunk of like a rectangular section, and then for the back, it's just part it in the middle and split in half. And so in total, you'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 main sections, and then from there, as you're curling, you'll have smaller sections. And after I section my hair, I like to start curling from the bottom of the back and work my way up to the front and then the top last. And the amount of pillow curlers that you'll need depends on a few things. The type of hair that you have. If you have thick hair, then you may want to do smaller sections so that's easier to wrap your hair and secure the curlers. But if you have thinner hair, then you can do larger sections and do more bigger curls.